a orange one here. So we're picking up where we left off. I had been playing this all in one session, so I'm kind of breaking it up now. Got this place. Brings back so many bad memories. Do you guys remember when Miller said there's something in the water? I wonder if this was what he was talking about. Probably was. These things are super nasty. It took me so many tries to get to kill these things. And I don't know what's going on, but I think some of them, they just kind of spawn in and out at certain points, and it doesn't really matter how many of them you kill, you're gonna keep on getting hit by them. That's just something to keep in mind. I probably should be looking in those boats. Now that I think about it, there's probably some like bodies in there or something with some loot. But I didn't know that. I was just freaking out trying to survive. And this is where the resources become really hard to manage, because it's like, should I stop and get those mushrooms? How much time is it gonna take me to grab them? How much air am I gonna get from them, you know? Because I think it takes something like 30 chemicals for like a minute of air. It's like pretty inefficient if you think about it like that, to spend much time to pick these things up. Luckily for us though, I think that a lot of these bodies have a little bit of like gas canisters, or sorry, filters for us to pick up here and there. And those things kept on getting me. Like, I kept on coming out here and they would kill me. So I was being very cautious on this try. You know what it reminds me of? It's like the flood. Right? Like this whole look, I think it may be new for Metro, but it really reminds me of like the Flood, or like in Half-Life 2, some of the alien or interdimensional beings, you know? Does interdimensional count as an alien? Because when I think of alien, I think of like from a different planet, but it can also mean from a different country, so could it mean something from another dimension? God, those things also in here, they killed me like a couple times. And if you're not really aware, right now I'm sliding. The ground does not have great traction in here. And yes, I'm realizing my voltage is going down. I don't know why they haven't spat at us more, but I'll take it. See that? I'm like totally just sliding. So gross. I've been getting into like Warhammer 40k recently, so I guess it's kind of like the Tyranids as well. But I didn't know about Warhammer 40k until about like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And it's so crazy because that's pretty old. And it seems that like all these other things are basically inspired by the Tyranids. Like when I was looking back at the Flood, because of the Halo Master Chief Edition coming to PC. I got super back into Halo lore and all that stuff. And I was looking at the Flood and I was like, these guys are just Tyranids, you know? Basically. Maybe a little bit less horrifying than Tyranids, but like the Halo universe version of that. Yeah, I'm so excited for Halo. I played, that was my first shooter. Like, I mean, actually that's not true. I played like GoldenEye and stuff like that when I was a kid. But like, Halo was the first game where my parents were like, no, you can't get that. That's too violent. It's a shooter. And so, of course, I was like, I need this in my life. Look, there's some air filters. So I'm sure that if you are very careful or you know where the air filters are, this place is survivable, even if you don't have resources saved up. But you basically have to jump from save point to save point, knowing where those filters are. I didn't know where those filters were, so I had to make a lot of my own, lot of my own gas, you know. It's another one of those sneaky devils. God, the railgun, it gives an annoying sound, that like little like whistle at the end, but it is a cool weapon. I gotta say, I like the visual of it, you know? And we're out of air. And looking at that, we do have like 4 minutes of air. And at that point, I think I realized, oh, I can actually pick these dudes up. Like, and get chemicals from them. Which kind of makes sense. They spit some like acid or something at you, so it makes sense that you would let them get chemicals from them. So I think, yeah, at this point on, I'm doing better with that. But it makes me realize I probably would be able to make like all kinds of things with the chemicals that I've missed. Like, I'd probably have a whole other minute of air. So I've killed them. Couldn't pick up the ones in the water very easily, but the ones on the land would be super easy to pick up. God, that dramatic effect, you know. Maybe you're supposed to use whatchamacallit, the not the T-car but the other guns more at this point, and that might make it faster because you don't have to charge it up or reload it. But I think I was just trying to save our chemicals because I wasn't sure if we're gonna need more bullets than what we have currently. And if you think about it, I'm actually spending a lot of time reloading. Yeah, see, there we go again. Like, if I just wasn't reloading and having to charge it up, this would probably take a lot less time. I remember, yeah, there's this guy that comes out when you step out here, because this is not my first rodeo, not my first time coming through here. I thought there was another one. Yeah. Or is it the same one? It might be the same one. They hit us. They are really hard to see in this air, huh? Yeah, I swear, OBS does something kind of weird with the visuals, because when I'm looking at this recording, it's way harder to see them than it is actually on my monitor. Oop, air filter's right there, yep. Good thing I picked that up. I did die, I think, on this next part though, that's why you saw that loading screen there. Oh yeah, we're using just the straight up rifle now. 'Cause I'm done messing around. These guys are so annoying. I do like how the gun like heats up like that, you can see the barrel. But look, like that guy, he just got shot a ton of times and it's fine. So I feel like sometimes it's like, is he actually there? Am I not supposed to attack them? You know? God, these boats are so rusty and they just look so trash, you know? You gotta like that moonlight coming through though. Yeah, I knew that was coming. And I ducked actually, which surprises me. It seems to have worked out. You can kind of see them in the distance, but I think that we're good. Of course, we are running out of air now. We've got about a minute left of air, actually, but I tend to run it down to the wire, so to speak. Oop. Clipping through the enemy there. So you know what this means. Our Geiger counter is not happy. Getting lots of radiation. But we're just about out of air, so I feel like there's a cutscene coming. I figured I should probably change the air so that we don't die mid-cutscene, right? Apparently, if you look up around here, you see a dark one. I think you need to look straight up though. I'm not sure when exactly you see the dark one, but I think it was just a minute ago. This is... a lot like the old games, you know, when the dark ones would make you trip out. But someone online was saying it's the radiation.
Come on, wake up. But she does seem to be guiding us, you know.
So maybe it is a dark one that's guiding us with our hallucinations. Good old green stuff. Let's see what it does. I guess we're feeling better. I must have died. I can't remember what killed me in this next part. Or maybe I was just taking too long trying to do something. If it is the radiation that's causing the hallucinations, that green stuff's not as good as they say. I'm sure there's gas masks I'm just missing. We're hearing some interesting stuff out there, huh? This is when I started getting really stressed out. Because we are kind of low on air right now. Oop. I was trying to charge my flashlight, which you need to hold down F and then do left click, and I just left clicked, I guess, a little too early. Was that more green stuff? I'm not sure. You can see there's these giant footprints that we're following. We keep on wasting air, you know. Is that a dark one? No, I don't think it's a dark one. I think it's just a person. Now the question is that a hallucination? Yeah, not good. Getting even more heavy irradiation. Lucky though that we don't get killed by it like we do normally when we're just wandering. At this point, I'm generally freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, I don't have enough air. Where's the air? This is one of those points in the game where I'm like, should I talk? I don't want to talk too much because I want you guys to be able to hear. I mean, are those hallucinations or are those things actually getting moved by like dark ones, you know? It's one of those like Pan's Labyrinth situations where it's like, are they crazy or is the world just magical? Which, by the way, Pan's Labyrinth is one of my favorite movies because of that. Yeah, this was like, okay, there's probably stuff in here, but at the same time, do we have enough time for it? If I can't find it, it's a waste of air. And this is one of those games that rewards you for going off. I just didn't want to die, truth be told. Oh yeah, I remember this. I got very confused here because it seems to want us to go through this wall here. But of course they want you to crawl through this part. Okay, yeah, we need more air. But now we're out of materials for it. It's the end of the road, man. Alright, well I think I'm gonna end this episode here. Thank you for joining me. This has been Orange One.